Now, where y'all from? I'm stationed in Korea. Korea? Ooh, good food over in Korea? Oh, amazing. I bet. Anyone else not from Louisiana at all? This one. Where are y'all from? Virginia. Virginia? Ooh, far drive. Oh, you guys had your hand up? Where y'all? Okay. So, folks, how y'all doing today?
Good.
You better, we couldn't stand it. Y'all from Louisiana? Kansas. Kansas.
All kinds.
You got from all over. So, let's get started here in a few minutes. Say hi to my friend Jake, who's on the boat over there. He'll be doing the feeding for y'all. Hey, Jake.
Hello.
Me and Jake are at I'm an intern with the park, and we're not actually from around here either. I'm from Indiana, Jake's from Illinois, so say we're kind of far away as well. Got you get it, Crunchy? Oh, yeah, so get a country, get a little experience with people from all around the country. They can come out, get a good experience with these beautiful alligators, so they can bring that experience on to everyone else in their next experience, So let's start with our show today. Alligators, about a few months ago during the winter season, they're doing almost nothing. So alligators, they are cold-blooded. During the winter time, it's pretty cold. Alligators, it's cold out. It's very hard for them to regulate the temperature of their body. So what we're going to do during this time is called brumation. What brumation is essentially they're shutting down their bodies so that they don't have to use any resources at all. They actually will not eat during this time because if they were to eat, after it would rot in their stomach, it'd be very bad for them to get really sick from that. So that's why I'm making these feeding shows during the winter time. It's really hard for us. We'll find another way to do it. After that, though, during the spring season, a lot of stuff happens.
Size of that
And
thing.
they're starting to eat now, but it's hotter out. Plus, also, there's one thing on alligators' minds as well. He loves in the air. Because during that time, it's mating season. Oh, yeah. Now, folks, for y'all kids' sake, parents, it's your job to tell your kids what that is, not mine. I don't get paid enough for that. I will say, though, the male alligator is the top dog in this world.
Nice size that one.
You know that's not the same case in the human world, but in the alligator world, the males are top dogs. They do get a lot bigger, and they do protect the territory in their areas. What's going to happen during the springtime is that the male is going to try to attract the female. How he does this is called a water dance. That water dance is essentially him in the morning taking his head and tail out of the water, make a deep bellowing sound, and attract the mate. Just like I heard from Louisiana, they love good music. They actually found it on music. So parents, whoever has the best sound or best music is going to get the girl. Wonderful. Actually, it's funny. Each morning when I first came here during the springtime, I thought it was Jake over here snoring. Just the alligator. But and then after that, what's going to happen? The female's going to have her eggs in her mouth. What you'll be doing at this time is start making her nest. The alligator nest is a very crucial part of the gator. Because what we're going to do during this time while the babies are in the nest is regulate the temperature of the nest. Why they do this? Because they are temperature-dependent sexual determination. What that means is essentially temperature of the nest determines the sex of the babies. Oh, yeah. So a mom can say, oh, there's too many guys in here, there's more girls here. How she's going to do that, though, is that she'll make it a little bit colder nest. It's around 87 below gets your females, 93 and up gets your males. A little bit of both. As you said in the alligator world, men are hotter. I'm sorry, ladies. There we go. I got that joke. And then they'll probably sit that next 2 months, pretty until the fall season, the early fall comes out. First, the best way to say it, y'all see lily pads blooming over there in the island. You know, babies are coming out. That's around early fall. What's going to happen during this time, though? Y'all think that baby alligators have teeth when they're coming out of the egg, when they're born?
Yeah.
No? I'll tell you, they do. They actually have a lot of teeth.
Yeah, that's why I say, yeah, they do
How
have
many teeth do y'all think
teeth.
they have coming out of the egg? 30? 40?
28.
28? 65? Man, no, way out. It's 81 teeth. Now, do you say these big alligators have almost 80 teeth in their mouth? They will not always have teeth in their mouth. They lose teeth all the time. As you go around 3,000 teeth per year, a lot of tooth there. That's a lot of quarters. But the reason why these baby alligators have this extra tooth, that tooth is called the nape tooth. The tip of the nose has a little uniform on it. what we're going to do is slash their way out of the egg. The reason I say slash and not crash because with alligator eggs, they're a little bit more leathery than chicken eggs. Or what you kind of think. If you go to the store, you get a chicken egg, very hard. Alligator eggs, they're not as hard as those. What they're going to do, slash their way out and they're crawl out. After that, what's going to happen is the gator's going to start chirping. That chirping is kind of a crying sound. Yeah, get them into a nursery. First one cries, they're all going to start crying. Just like the same thing with the nest. First one starts chirping, they're going to start chirping and coming out. Actually, is really cool about that chirping. And it also adds another part of their life as well. Once they're out of the egg, they actually would use that to call their mom. The reason I use that is that mama alligator is a very good mom.
Good,
She protects her baby
Get up.
from her life. Once she hears that chirping, she go right to the baby to make sure that whatever is attacking the baby,
Yeah, huge one.
oh yeah, she's really good at that. Now, mom, she doesn't have to stay with the babies all her life.
Yeah.
They only stay around 6 to 9 months. After that, the babies are on their own. Oh yeah, imagine being 6 to 9 months old and on yourself. Now, the dad during the time, he's not a good dad. I'll tell you now, he's a really bad dad. Because what he's doing this time while mom's protecting the babies, he's waiting for little chicken nuggets to come out because he's going to eat those babies. Oh yeah. Actually, during the alligator world, they are cannibalistic sometimes. That's only when they get really hungry and really desperate. And this pond right here, they have fed plenty enough, so they really do not have to worry about that. But with the alligator world, they have a thing called a 2-foot rule. So essentially, every 2 feet, the alligator can eat another one. So a 10-footer, they can eat a 8-footer, 8 of 6, 6 of 4, 4 of 2. If anything under 10 feet in the pond is lunch meat. Because we have our biggest alligator in the park. His name's Big Lou. Big Lou is 13 feet with 2 inches. Oh yeah, wow. He's a big boy. Let's see if we got him out here today. Yeah. Look at him right there on the side of the boat. That's Big Lou right there. We also have his girlfriend on here too. His name's Lipstick. There she is right there, coming up to food in a little bit. Those are the only named pair in this pond. So the only ones in this pond that actually will have babies. But we call her Lipstick because when she's making her nest or her burrow in the winter time, she's kind of rubbing her face away because we have a lot of rocks around here. That's why I say this big old pink lip. She also has another nickname called Anna. We have Blue and Anna, kind of like Anna. We'll find out about that. Oh yeah. Now we go about the actual alligators themselves. How many pairs of eyelids do y'all think an alligator has?
3.
3? You stole my book, didn't you?
Maybe.
Because that is exactly right. Alligators have 3 pairs of eyelids. I'll point them out for you. So you see Lipstick right here? See that very top eyebrow of hers? That's the first one. That's a protective scaly plate eyelid. What that does is that during fighting for territory or a mate, what's going to happen? They're going to sink their eyes into a skull so that they don't get hurt. And we'll see alligators all around our park will have pink eyes. Here's what happened. They didn't close their eyes fast enough, or they get their eyes closed by enough. But we have to say that they got fight because it's not a lot cooler. But in the second eyelid, that's just kind of just like ours, goes up and down, and will actually help what's in the eye, but also help move debris from their eye as well. Now these 2 eyelids, my favorite part of the alligator is called a nictitating membrane. What that means is essentially a 3 pair of goggles. The reason why there is that, essentially it's a 3 pair of thin layer of skin that goes across the eyes, clear, so I can see underwater. So they have 3 pair of goggles on them. So you can go to Walmart and buy it. Really nice. Now, do y'all think with this monkey water right here, do y'all think they can see underwater with those eyelids? Y'all think so? At least not too well. They can probably see it just far in the water will left them. So for right now, they can probably see barely their nose. But alligators have another part of their body that actually will allow them to feel and see what stuff is going on in the water. There's little black dots all over their face. They're waiting pool yet. As soon as the alligator's there, you see those little black dots. That's not them growing a 5 o'clock shadow. That's them actually having sensory organs on their face. What those sensory organs do is sense vibration. So you see Jake over here snacking the side of the boat. What he's doing is taking those vibrations, tracking the alligator's in.
Attracting their attention.
The alligator's very far back in the pond.
That's what he's doing. Attracting their attention.
So about like very far back, you probably see 2 or 3 alligators go and chase it and see what it was. Very sensitive as well. Now you guys see the giant back of the alligator right here? Those giant bumps. What do y'all think those bumps are called? Scales. Scales? Anyone else got an idea for those ones?
Skin.
What is it?
Skin.
They are skin, so it is part of the skin. So they are scales, the scales are skin. But from me and Jake who went to college, we call them something else. We would call them osteoderm. What osteoderm means is essentially bony skin. Osteo means bone, derm means skin. So essentially all over the back of their body, they have giant metal, here's a giant plates of armor all down their back. Really cool. There's three main functions these bones have. First one is pretty obvious, it's bone. They're very protective, especially against other alligators that are fighting each other. The second function of these bones is actually, you probably wouldn't really guess it, but when an alligator is basking on the side of the bank over here, on a river or a lake, what they're using those for is essentially solar panels. What they're going to do is that heat from the sun comes down, there's a lot of blood through those bones, heats up that blood so that heats up the rest of the body. It kind of like stores the energy in them, so the rest of the body has energy for later on while they're doing their day. Really cool. Now what I also see in the alligators out on the basking side, you might see them have their mouths wide open. What that means, essentially, just like a dog, they are very hot. When they're very hot, they have a lot of energy. You do not want to mess with them. Okay, now you see an alligator, it's really good pop. Because it's toothless. That's what it is. Toothless is one of our good popper alligators. Actually, alligators, that giant pop sound you heard from there, that's actually around 1,500 pounds square force going down in that mouth right there. Now, it's just called a test bite. That ain't their full strength in their mouth. Actually, their full strength is around 3,000 pounds per square inch. Oh yeah, a lot of force behind that bite. The reason why they do that first test bite is essentially to see if it actually is food. After they realize it's food, they apply that additional 1,500 pounds, and that's when they eat their prey. Really cool.
So is that lipstick?
Now, how many of you where you go so far? Go ahead. What's between the toes of an alligator? What's between the toes of an alligator? Yes, webbing. Now, what's that webbing for, though?
Swimming.
Well, things for swimming. You're just hands real high. Be proud of it. You know what you want to? I'm going to raise my hand. Raise up hand? There we go. I'll tell you you're wrong, sir. I'm sorry. It is not for swimming. They don't use those for swimming. With those giant tails of theirs, that's what they use to swim with. Now, pretty close. It does deal with mud. But what they actually are for is to help go on top of mud. That's a sense just like mud shoes allows them to go on top of the water, on top of the mud. They don't sink in it. If you ever walk through mud, it ain't fun. You're sinking through all the time, losing boots, flip-flops, whatever you got on your feet. Actually, what's cool about alligators, they can run, at least the most athletic ones, from about 15 to 22 miles per hour on top of that mud sometimes as well. They're very fast when they want to. Even though they go slow and sluggish, they ain't fast when they want to. You know, those giant, really going at it today. Those giant tails of theirs, actually you can use those to jump out of the water. They have really strong tails, it's pure muscle. They actually swim about 30 miles per hour, little athletic size, from 6 to 9 foot. Plus, also, that tail of them jumping out, they can get almost 2 feet of their body out of the water. That's a high top right there. We actually want to test this out with a big lube because you can't just know that it's facts and just not see it. You gotta see it for yourself. So we got Lou to jump out for a 16-pound turkey. We actually got his hind legs out of the water to see that. I wish we got that on video. It would be awesome to show you. Oh yeah, really cool. And then after that, now I do have a big question for you. Do you also worry about alligators ever attacking you or ever working with you? Y'all think so?
Well, I was just gonna say that if you fall into a lake with like 6 or 5 of them, game over.
I'll tell you what you're wrong with that. For most cases at least, alligators do not want to eat us. I've heard plenty of stories. People are swimming in a lake, they come out, there's 3 gators sitting right there just coming out of the water. They do not view us as prey. We are not. We are more predators. I'll tell you now. More people per year kill alligators than alligators will ever kill people. Because we're not on their menu at all. We look like, we stand taller than them, we look a lot scarier. What's going to happen most times when you interact with an alligator? Either you're going to swim or walk away from you, or you're really courageous, like these big guys right here probably would, It would help kind of puff their back up, show their back out of the water, and say, I'm here, you stay away from me. Alright. Now, I do say there's a few caveats to this rule though. The very first one I said before is on mama alligator. She's very protective. She don't care who you are, unless you're a 13-foot gator and she's only 5 foot, she ain't gonna mess with you. She's gonna try to get you away from that nest. Now, most people in this case, you don't have to worry about that. They're typically out in the wild, out in the swamp, bayou, typically away from people. Now for me and Jake though, we do have to worry about that because we do things called an egg raid. What an egg raid is essentially we go out, grab the egg, and bring it back. Why we do this is because we have a lot of raccoons on the property. And we do not want fat, happy raccoons in our baby gators. We want our baby gators. So what we're going to do the egg raids, and go out. Problem is, at least in this pond, we got to worry about lipstick. Lipstick's a very good mom. You protect her eggs or her life. So how do y'all think we should get away from lipstick when we're being chased by her? Distraction? More or less, depending how you do it.
There's one option, you know, try and make yourself look bigger, you know, to where she won't.
She don't care how big you are, she's gonna come chasing after you, baby. So some other common things people say are zigzag and climb a tree.
Oh,
You're
you're right about the zigzag. Wait, what?
So a zigzag, common myth, but I don't know why exactly people say that, but people do. But see the eyes on the alligator right there? Where's the eyes facing?
Forward.
Sideways.
Oh, sideways.
What you're doing when you're zigzagging?
You run it right in line.
Right to left.
You're going right in and out of his best view of vision.
So just
He's
go
really
straight.
good this way, not so good this way. So parents can say, thank you very much, get your leg, and you still try to attack him. Now we actually test this out on Mythbusters. They came out to our Beaumont location in Texas at our Alligator country, the mother kind of site there. And we were a big boss, Gary Starr. What they did, friends got a mama alligator angry, got him some armor. He tried zagging, and got bit on the leg second zag. I do not recommend that at all. Plus, also, you know, the climb a tree. The problem with climbing a tree is they can't climb trees. They're not monkeys. But the problem is with alligators, they really want you. They're the best sit and wait predators. They will sit under that tree and wait for you to get down. They don't care. As if you go 2 years without eating.
Dang.
A long time. I can't go 30 minutes. I'll be down pretty fast. Yeah. Now what we are gonna do, just like lions, tigers, and bears, I'm gonna trick Jake and keep running. He does. To be honest, he'd probably outrun me. But actually what we would do though is keep running straight. Because with alligators, as I said before, they do not see well in front of them. Probably about a foot or two, they have good, decent vision. After that, it's pretty fuzzy. Plus, also, alligators are very much sprinters. They are not marathon runners. First, what's going to happen? From me to that fence, they're going to stop and just chill. Because after that, they're going to take another 2 days to chill out and relax. Because they're burned out. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you now, you can outrun a gator if you get that speed up. Now, I do have the second reason why you can never that you will ever have to worry about alligator ever encountering with you. It's called a nuisance alligator. Now, this will be a little bit of a harder topic to talk about. I get be kind of a little bit more peeled about this topic because there's a lot of bad stuff that happens around the nuisance gators. So, the first reason I should never, reason why I'm going to talk about what a nuisance alligator actually is. What it is essentially a gator that's been fed by people. So essentially, all these gators right here are all nuisance alligators. We've been feeding them for a long time. The problem with that is that once you feed an alligator even one time, they associate us with food. If they don't get scared of us anymore, they see that we have food now. That's when they start coming up to that people and see if they got food. Now, y'all remember the kids in Disney World a few years ago that killed an alligator?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll talk about that in square right now. So what happened, so mom and dad was with a kid, walking down a pond by Disney World, kids got grabbed by the alligator. Now, as before, they do not deal with this food. So, that's spicy, isn't it? So actually we want to investigate why this happened. I'll tell you now, it's a very rare occurrence that alligators have even attack or kill people. How many people per year do you think are killed by alligators? 10? 2 months?
No, no.
1? I'll tell you, even that one person per year is way too many. because it's actually 0.03 people per year. Oh yeah. That occurs 1 every 30 years or so. Like I say, it's a very rare occurrence. So when it happens, you want to know why it happened. Especially since a kid was involved in this one. So what we did, actually Gary Stars at Beaumont actually sits on a board representing the state of Texas on these matters. So they found some security footage from Disney World. They found out 2 employees were feeding that alligator on their lunch break. So yeah, that gator parents saw 2 grown adults, saw that they had something next to them, small object, grabbed the kid, dragged him under. Now there are some good news about this. The kid was killed, but the kid was not eaten at all. The kid was sadly drowned. That's was only one bite mark on that kid because first what happened, mistaken identity. Gator grabbed him, dragged him under. The gator can last underwater for 2.5 hours. A long time. That's a long time to be underwater. For us, about 2 minutes at max. Unless you previous go for that, but most people have. Now, the second reason you should never feed an alligator outside of this park is because it's going to affect the alligator as well. Because we live in the state of Louisiana, what's going to happen? Next person that alligator see the game over gun. Because in the state of Louisiana, what's going to happen? They only have one view of nuisance alligators. The dead alligator. They don't care. They want the alligator out of sight, out of mind, don't care about it. Now in our Beaumont facility, we do have another option to this. We actually go out, catch the alligators, bring them out to our park so they can live happy long lives, so that they can live, at least in captivity, over 100 years old. Oldest living alligator is 115 years old. Old alligator. Now in the wild, they can live about 50 to 70 years old, depending on size and food and environment. Now the third reason to never feed an alligator outside of this park is going to affect your wallet. If you're caught doing so, what's going to happen, at least in the state of Texas, we're going to find out the laws in Louisiana, but in the state of Texas, if you find $1,500 per foot of gator. So if you caught feeding big food over there, what's going to happen? You get $18,000 fine just right now. Oh yeah, a lot of money. I'll tell you now, there's a lot better stuff you can do with that money. You can buy a car, you can go out for a nice dinner, you can buy an Xbox or a PS4, whatever you want to do with PS5. Plus, also if you're caught even catching your foot an alligator by a tag, okay, you wanted to use something else to do that well. First, whatever they felt was used in that incident is all gone. Let's say you shot him. That gun you shot him with, that's gone. That boat you were on, that's gone too. Even the trucking crew that you used to poke that boat in with is gone as well. Gave them warning to have power and they will use it when they feel they need to. So that's one thing you'll never do outside this park. Thank you very much.
Be an alligator.
If you ever want to though, come back for the encourage to just be in the park just so y'all can feed alligators. Get y'all a good experience in the off. This also allows us to not have to feed them as much because y'all get to feed them for them. So thank y'all for coming out today. Give Jake a good hand of applause. He did a great job today. Anyone want to say this is the biggest alligator we got over here? Big Lou's. Big Lou's 13 foot.
Sorry about that. It's, caught my hands.
He's around 70 to 75 years old.
Give around that applause and dang, that's a big one.
I was talking about before. That's the third thing you can do with them. That you take one of those off, take a core sample, and just get a tree. You read the readings of it, and just get a tree. How many years it live? I believe so. Not quite. Do you know, Jake? What's that? Were the people that fed the alligators at Disney Run, were they fired? Or, oh yeah. Hell yeah. I really like nature. Yeah. Do they ever get full? More or less. They'll tell you when they're full, but typically for these guys, how much we're feeding them. Unless you're feeding them like hogs and stuff like that.
There's one like lipstick right there on the water at the
pretty much Strip clubs don't recently like always like to say alligator. They're just like dogs, cats, and kids. You feed them once, they ain't going anywhere. They are cannibalistic. What that means is they will eat each other when they actually really need to. These guys, they do not have to worry about that. They get plenty of food. They don't have to worry about eating each other. And let's get any questions now? Yeah. So what we would do, we actually keep them on site. We have some ponds we're kind of working with. And we have little baby ponds. Actually, that's at the back by the swamp shack. That pond over the baby alligators. That's where we have them work. Or those that little tank over by the island. That's the baby alligators there. We probably have them take there. Then we move on to the next pond. That's a 2-foot roll. So essentially, what we have for our ponds right here is that every 2 feet we typically have similar sized alligators. That's why I do baby pond, the smaller pond. They're around 2 to 4 foot. Large are more like 4 to 7 foot, from 4 to 6 foot. And marsh, full of goat over here, kind of the Snake Island, is like 7 to 8 foot typically. Now the original owner did not do this. We do have alligators next to each other that are too big for one another. But we charge it. If they really wanted to, at least back here they can. They can climb fences pretty well. Actually, with Big Lou, he can knock the fence over his weight. And it's around 700-800 pounds.
Oh yeah, I have one like. Apparently, I noticed that plane back there, and also what would happen if one of you guys were to fall in the water. Apparently.
Now with these alligators, they're not like a normal alligator. If you were falling into the pond, these ones would probably actually go after you because since they're used to us being around them, they're not scared of us. They're gonna go see us, probably grab us, drag it on.
Oh, what about that plane back there? That
Plane. Jake's a really bad pilot. I can't tell you got an internship here. He was flying the plane over, he crashed on the island, had to swim over across. No, I'm kidding. That plane is put there by the original owner for stories like that. So you gotta make fun and have jokes.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all for coming out. Any further questions?
All right.
What you're asking, right?
All right.